Take us through the last 24 hours and how you are now in search of a new coach.
Well, last night around 10:30 or so, Coach Gregory informed me that he was going to take the Georgia Tech job. I got to tell you, I told Brian that I have nothing but the utmost respect for Brian and what he's done here. When you look at the fact that we've got a very solid program that has been in postseason play the last 4 years, with an NCAA win and an NIT championship, and quite frankly, if you look at 3 out of the 4 years, we were one game out of the NCAA tournament. The fact that our young men are graduating throughout his entire tenure, and the fact that he handled and represented the university with nothing but class, character, and dignity. And I couldn't say enough that I wished he and Yvette and the kids, the girls, nothing but the best.
Having said that, that would be some huge shoes to fill. I mean, how quickly after you hung up that phone with BG that your wheels started turning on how to replace someone like that?
Well, the fact is that Brian's been a hot commodity for at least the last 2 or 3 years. And so I think we've had some opportunities to make sure that we're well prepped, made sure that we knew what our list would look like, and we could proceed very quickly. And so, Brian, I did know that Georgia Tech was interested in Brian, and that the key for me and key for all of us here was to make sure that we were ready to go.
By saying that, then, do you mean you have a short list already in hand, then?
Well, I think we know exactly where we're going to move toward. Individuals that we would like to talk to. We haven't necessarily had the opportunity of talking to them yet. I think our focus right now has been on our student athletes, making sure that they know that they're our number one concern. Whenever there's change like this, we want to make sure that they know that our intention here is, and our sense of urgency is more around them, to make sure that we take out that question mark from them as to who their next coach is and moving forward.
Do you think, obviously with Brian, you took somebody moving up in the ranks. Can you tell us, is that something you were looking for, someone established, or maybe the same type of mold as Brian Gregory?
Well, I think the real key for us right now, the characteristics we're looking for is, we're interested in getting that NCAA tournament on an annual basis. And so like I said a little bit earlier, I think we're one win away, and we're right there. And so someone who has been in a program that has seen that on an annual basis and what that takes, I think it's going to be critical that we, in the A-10, you have to be at the top of your conference. And so a person who has represented and been part of a program that has been at the top of that conference, person who's at a school that graduates the student athletes and quite frankly does nothing but bring in young men of character. And so that's really the model that we're looking for.
You're the guy that's going to be a focus of this, but do you have a committee that's going to help you with this decision?
I'll be in very close conversation with Dan Curran, President Curran, and I think that's really how we're going to move forward on this.
Do you have a timetable?
You know what? Told the young men today that the timetable is more around getting the right person in here for them, and whatever it's going to take that fits the program the best.
How different is this program now than 8 years ago in BGK?
Well, it's what's really. Let me just describe the program right now. I think it's a program. 4 years in a row now, we're knocking on the door, or we're going through the door, or we're winning an NIT championship. So I think we're a very solid program. Nationally, people recognize that. Individuals who are interested in this job, who've been calling, recognize that this program has been put on the national stage. And so I think that's where the program is right now, and I think that's a testament to Coach Gregory.
How many calls have you gotten from coaches?
I can't even. No longer is it just calls; it's emails and all those things. So we've had plenty. There's plenty of interest in this program, in this job.
Talk about the attractiveness of this job when you consider the facilities and really the heritage of this program.
I think it starts right there. I think it starts with the tradition of the program. We've been We've been a name for some time. I think the facilities themselves, how they get recognized is simply because we've been hosting the NCAA tournament for as long as it is. We've been able to get we've been able to be on television nationally. People get to see those games on television and get to see our fans and get to see what that looks like. And so certainly facilities plays a role. Our fan base plays a role. Our tradition plays a role. The school itself is a very, very attractive school when you look institution. When you look at the academic quality of this institution, I think when you look at it, we're a complete package.